Oh yeah, ay. When you need a hand and you don't know why, just know that I'll be there. When the road is long and you feel so tired, just know that I'll be there.
So I had just turned this off and started to walk away, satisfied with my 18-minute video for my coffee chat, when it popped up here that Sondors is finally shipping their Metacycles this month. They're gonna start heading out the first $5,000 ones. Now, if you didn't get one for $5,000, they're $6,000 now. And they're $6,000, and you're probably gonna have to wait. 18 months. 18 months it's taken them to even get these first ones out, and we're looking at delivery for our first batches here just the end of the summer. So yeah, so I mean, if you want, you can wait for your Sondors Metacycle and see how it performs or not, and you can, I mean, feel happy with it or not. The other thing that really stood out to me though was their white glove delivery service, which I'm willing to bet is the same company we're using to deliver our motorcycles, only we're actually providing it for $100 less to you, which I'm sure Sondors is probably getting an even better deal than I am on it. So they are making a gank load on the delivery service of these bikes. Yeah, I mean, oh, like they mentioned the Coulter in here too. Electric motorcycles like the currently available $6,000 Coulter ES1 and upcoming Neo RQI are expanding the envelope beyond small urban. We've got 4 or 5 DOT approved electric motorcycles that I'm willing to bet, is this Micah? Yeah, that Micah will never cover, because I'm not going to pay you 10 grand plus to cover and consider our bikes. It's like, we'll just sell bikes and we'll do it on the back end. You guys can all talk about it on the front end. Who is that? What does he say? It's just funny, man. Y'all talking and I'm doing the work. That's basically what it is. But it's funny to me because I was almost into that trap. Where I was ready to put down my money, my $5,000 myself, and I even had the reservation set up and my money in before I started this company. And the more I looked at it, and the more I looked at the reputation that carried, the more from this company, the more I realized, not only is this probably not going to be what they say it's going to be, but it most likely is going to end up costing a lot more. And now we're seeing that the costs are going up. The prices are going up, and it's kind of like what OnePlus did with their cell phones, where they came out with a nice cheap version at first, got everybody into the brand, then started raising the prices on them. And if you look at Sondors bikes, they're not cheap really for what you're getting. You're actually getting a pretty expensive beach rider for the most part. And if you shop around, you can find similar bikes, better priced, with just as good support and everything. Probably even help from your local bike shop. Yeah, it's just interesting to me that even though this company completely shafted people on an electric car, and even though they've historically shown to raise their prices to be more in the high end versus the mid or even affordable range of e-bikes, that people would still give them their money, that they would still pay for the level of markup that's involved here. And that's fine. That's totally fine. I mean, it takes time to build these things up. Sondors has been out for a long time. They've sold a lot of bikes. They're a big name. They've been around, so I get it. It's funny how the name will allow them to do these things and not face the consequences, I guess. I think 18 months is too long. I think even if we could build an amazing bike, and I had to tell you it was going to, I can't talk about that part, but so bad. If I had to tell you it was going to be 18 months to wait, I wouldn't be telling you about it, right? It's just because it's too long. It's too long of a lead time. And even if it is delivered, I want to make sure I know what I'm telling you is what it's going to be, rather than just putting things down on paper and showing you a CAD drawing and telling you that's what it is. It just doesn't. Sure, we can get there, What's it going to be in reality is a whole different thing. And we've seen this. There's actually videos about the Metacycle, the numbers, and how they don't quite add up to what is being said. And so we'll see how it works out. I'm really curious to see how the numbers come along. But I still think it's well overpriced, especially at 6,000. I think that's just too much. And then the delivery, I think, is expensive too. But hey, if you're willing to pay for it, kudos to you. If it makes you feel good about riding and going electric, good. At least you're doing that, right? Got to start somewhere. So, but yeah, I had to stop and come back and talk about that for a minute because it just blows my mind. Because I almost fell for that, and I realized there were better options. So, yeah, you just got to look.
Know that I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there.